So today I'm going to be doing a video on hair extensions. So my hair was actually pretty long already. It was like just a little past my boob, but I really wanted long hair like up to my butt. So I started looking about hair extensions, and I've actually wanted hair extensions ever since I was like 14, because one day I cut my hair off completely. I had long hair, and one day I got super annoyed with it and I cut my hair off and I made it totally seen. But ever since then I kind of regretted it after I got over my scene emo phase, and I always wanted my long hair back, but I was never able to grow it back to that long. So I decided to get extensions because I just thought it was better in the long run. I was a patient, and this way I can keep cutting my hair and not burning it as much, waiting for it to grow out, you know? The first step I took in choosing my hair extensions was researching all on Instagram and Google reviews, all that kind of stuff. So what I did was that I simply put in hair extensions, and I live in Miami, so I put hair extensions Miami. And I looked at all the different places that came up, looked at all the results, I looked at their stories, everything. I checked out everything that they had. I looked at the tags photos, and I looked at how many strands they were putting in, or if you're doing tape extensions, how many like pieces they put in, to see what kind of like look I was going for. And I also learned when looking on the Instagrams that the less hair you had, the less amount of pieces you would need. So for example, I have a lot of hair. I had long and abundant thick hair, so I learned that mine was going to be a little bit more expensive just because I had more hair. And to do the extensions nicely, if you have more hair, you're going to need more extensions. And which honestly I didn't know that. So if you don't know that, if you have less hair, it's actually going to cost you less to get extensions than if you have more hair. After I did my research on all the Instagrams, the pages, how much it would kind of roughly cost for all the different hair extensions, I kind of dove into the types of hair extensions after I narrowed down to about 3 Instagrams like of places that I loved. There was the tape extensions, there was clip-ins, and there's like the ones that are kind of like links, which were actually the ones that I ended up getting. So I can actually show you guys. So I ended up getting the one that it puts like a little link to the strands of your hair, so that's where the extensions attach. They attach to your hair. So I chose that one personally because it's the easiest to like conceal, just because the tape extensions, it'll be harder to conceal when you're putting your hair up. And I do work in an environment where I have to put my hair up, and I felt like it was so much better to have something that if I wanted to put my hair up, I could do it. And also these last longer. The ones I got the MICROLINKS. They also last longer. So instead of my extensions having to get a refill, would have to be about like 1 or 2 months, or maybe even a month, I just have to come in every 2 to 3 months, so it can last that long. So I think that's great and more cost efficient in the long run. I'll go ahead and explain to you guys the other types of extensions as well though, just in case you're interested. So the tape-ins, they're literally like, it's tape. So they bind it, and it's like little tapes in your hair. It comes like in like layers instead of like little strands. And the tape-ins are great, honestly. They're really great, and they're the most cost friendly, so I definitely recommend those. It's just that like I'm very picky, and I wanted to pick up my hair, and I wanted it to look super natural, but it can definitely work. The tape-ins are really cool. And also, if you think you could be good with the clip-ins, I know one of my closest friends, she uses the clip-ins and they look amazing. Like, they look great. But I don't have the talent for that. I cannot maneuver clip-ins. I had them once, and they were thrown away because I just never used them, because I didn't know what I was doing. At the place that I ended up going to, there was a braidless option as well. And the braidless was like, it's like a new way, and it's like, it's not tape-in, it's like a cross between tape-in and microlink, kind of. It was weird. It was like kind of like in the middle between tape-ins and microlink. So honestly, I would stick to either one of those. Well, actually, braidless is cool. My hairstylist had the braidless, so they're just a little bit cheaper than the microlinks. So honestly, wherever you end up going, you can go and like consult with them, and they can advise you which one they think would be best for you and the goal that you're going for. So that brings me actually to my next point, which was consulting with your hairstylist. I actually harassed all 3 of these places that I narrowed down to which ones that I liked, and I literally harassed them. I texted them all a bajillion questions. I need this, I need that, whatever, which one is best for me, like how much should it be for this, how much is the refill. You ask all the questions you need, because honestly, hair extensions are a really big commitment, and you need to know like what you're getting yourself into. Like you need to wash your hair a certain way, you have to like style your hair a certain way, you have to get the refills, you have to be very careful with this hair. Like the hair extensions are very high maintenance, so you need to know like what you're getting into, what the prices are, because it's not cheap, and it's gonna take a lot of effort to maintain and keep them nice so that you can be getting your money's worth. So I harassed them. I didn't care. I knew I was getting annoying, but I was like, whatever, this is my money. I literally paid $800 for mine. I paid $800. Like I was going to make sure that what I was getting was worth my money. So don't be afraid to ask them any question that you like, and if they get annoyed with you, then that's not the right place, because any hairstylist would know like, damn, like extensions are expensive. If someone's asking a lot of questions, like let me help them out. Like no one should be giving you a hard time for giving them practically $1,000 sometimes for the freaking extensions. So after I harassed all these freaking places and found out, or like figured out which type of hair extension I wanted to do and which place I thought was the one for me, I booked it and I went, got my whole thing done. It wasn't painless for me. The first night was kind of rough sleeping, so if you get extensions, do expect the first night sleeping for it to be kind of rough, at least with the microlinks, because they were kind of like pressing against my head and stuff, and I kind of, to this day, I think I still sleep like kind of on my side, and before I used to always sleep on my back, always slept on my back. I can't remember if I sleep on my back now, but now I can like rest my head on stuff and it doesn't hurt. So it's been like a week later or so, like a little bit over a week. It'll be 2 weeks this Thursday. Today's Monday. They're pretty comfortable. I don't feel them. The only thing, I'm gonna give you guys like some pros and cons now. The pros, definitely, I love my hair. Looks beautiful. I literally am in love with it. Looks great. Doesn't look fake, nothing. But the con to that is that you must style it. So if I wake up, or like let's say I take a shower and I put my hair up so I don't wet my hair, when I come out of the shower, you know, like when you go in the shower and your hair gets like all, you know what I mean, you're gonna have to style it after, because the top hair, like this part of my hair, like it ends like maybe whatever around my boob, it'll be like more poofy and like get like wavy and stuff. Like my hair is super wavy, like curly, like a freaking mess. But then my extensions are like barely wavy. Like I could literally straighten it with like one pass of my iron. So it's like different. You have to like make sure that it's styled nice. But like for example, this, like it looks natural because it looks like it's just my layers, you know. It looks very natural. I love it. If you go to the right place, that's why you really need to do your research to make sure that you're going somewhere that you're not gonna leave looking like a crazy woman. By the way, I did them at Hair Extensions Miami. If anyone in South Florida wants to get them done, she's great. Laura Diaz, yeah, she's great. Check her out. So another pro, I mean, I guess the biggest pro is literally my hair looks amazing and I love it. I get endless compliments all the time. People are like, oh my god, your hair looks so natural. Someone asked me at work, literally, I went on vacation. So right before I went on vacation, I got them done. So I got them done after Friday at work, and I left on vacation for Saturday for a week, and I just got back today. And someone literally asked me, is that your hair? It grew so quick. Mind you, this is literally like an extra foot of hair on my head. And I'm like, it looks really natural at least, but like I was literally like, no, my hair did not grow that fast so quickly. I was like, it's fake hair. The only cons are, I guess, like just the high maintenance of it. So I'm gonna dip into that now, some tips for maintaining, and just like some warnings of like what's to come if you decide to get extensions. You cannot use any products that have sulfate because that can wear down, whether you get the tape, the MICROLINKS, that can wear down the like thing that attaches it to your head, the solvent or whatever it's called. It can wear it down, so you don't want that. You do not want that because you want to make these things last forever. So no sulfate in your conditioner. Maybe like hair straightener, like the little hair protectant, your shampoo, nothing. Make sure that it's not. Another is that if you have like frizzy, curly hair, wavy hair like me, you cannot straighten your hair like all the way up here. So like my hair gets like wavy up here. It looks okay, but it takes longer to straighten it just because I have to be extra careful. But you can't straighten it like where these little things are. Like my stylist told me to put 2 fingers and then straighten everything that's past there. It's like tough, but I found a way to kind of like make sure my hair was all straight. But it does take longer to iron my hair. Like before I would take 30 minutes, but now I take an hour just because I'm being careful, not because I have the extra hair, because the extra hair strains in like a second because it's almost straight naturally, but just so that I'm careful with the little links in my hair, you know, to make sure that like I'm gonna be able to have them for a longer time, the longest maximum time. Something else that you need to be mindful of is that you're not gonna be able to like pick your hair up the same way as before. So I got MICROLINKS, and this is the one that's easiest to pick your hair up with, but it's still hard to. But usually if I just pick my hair up like this, it's not really an issue. But like when I it can get like crazy. Like sometimes the links start showing. You have to put it a certain way. My hairstylist told me when I put it up to get this little strand of hair that's my hair and put it back like that to cover it. Sometimes it doesn't work, and I went on a cruise where after I put these extensions in, I know it was literally a hot mess. Whenever I was putting in, I had to go to my boyfriend and my mom and be like, is it showing? Check both sides. I need to know. So that is something you have to be aware of when you're putting your hair up. If you don't have to put your hair up a lot, then... But sometimes, okay, so as the time goes, when your hair gets greasier, and like they try to tell you to wash, like my person told me to wash my hair, try to wash it just once a week and not like a lot. So as the time goes by, they haven't washed, it gets greasier and like it gets like thinner, you know what I mean? And they start to expose easier, but like I just washed it yesterday, so like right now I don't have to worry about it because it's like thick and like just... You have to be like mindful of the little beads showing from time to time. But also my head is so much more itchy. Like my head is itchy all the time. The first couple days I could not stop scratching my head. I could not stop. Oh my god, it was so bad. Like so bad. And like my head is still scratchy, itchy, and it was really annoying to wash my hair because I have to be so careful and whatnot. But all in all, the hair is so worth it. Like if you're willing to put in the time and the effort to maintain your hair, I would definitely go for it. It's worth the money. Like I always tell my boyfriend, I'm like, this was so worth it. Like I don't even care, like it was so expensive because it was so worth it to me. I'm obsessed with it. So yeah, I would totally recommend it to everyone. Just make sure that you find the right stylist, the right person, and you find the right kind of style of extensions that will work best for you. I'm gonna put some photos up of my before and after so you can see the amazing job it is. Like one of my biggest fears was that my hair was gonna look like obvious that it was fake, but it does not. Trust me, it may look like it when they're like putting it in. You're like, oh my god, I shouldn't have done this. That's how I was thinking. I was like, this is a waste of money. It looks fake for real. They probably just put it in the pictures to look nice, but trust me, it comes out so nice. So I'm gonna put some pictures up, and yeah. If you have any questions about hair extension care or any questions about which ones you think would be best for you, I have no problem answering any questions. Hit me up, tell me what you think about this video, and if there's anything else you would want me to do a review on or give you tips on or any kind of makeup tutorials, let me know and I'll be glad to do it. Also, I hope you guys like my new background. Thanks so much, and don't forget to like and subscribe.